I said a bad word, which I don't normally
No, she doesn't
say.
I think you could be excused for saying a bad word. Trapped under the fallen kitchen cabinet, Francis's medical alert device automatically called 911. 17 minutes later, Gwinnett County firefighters arrived to pull her out. Stunned, bruised, bleeding.
I heard a noise.
Daughter Swaneah had installed cameras around the house so she could keep an eye on Francis while at work. They're going to help us tell the story. Somehow, though, she missed seeing the accident as it was happening.
When she called me and told me what happened, and I looked at that video, it's like my heart sunk.
How did it happen? The paramedics offered an idea.
They drill it straight to the drywall.
Yeah, that's not how you hang cabinets.
Yeah, I would definitely call them back.
Almost a year before the accident, the Smiths hired a contractor to redo their kitchen. That's Jamie Barton. He owns JB's Remodeling and Renovations in Snellville. It was a big job. $20,000 to include taking out a wall, moving some outlets, and rehanging those cabinets. This is Barton and his crew about to hang the cabinet that ultimately came loose. And here's a picture the Smiths took of one of the screws after the accident. So far, no independent expert has examined the cabinet to confirm who's to blame.
We were happy with the cabinets and everything until it fell on her.
So what does the contractor have to say about all this? Well, Jamie Barton originally suggested to me the injuries were Ms. Smith's fault for the way in which she had stacked her cans. He later told me, though, that he really wasn't blaming anybody and that he had turned everything over to his insurance company to hopefully cover her medical bills. He says he's never had to file a claim before. Of course, he's never had a cabinet fall on a customer before either. Barton is not a licensed contractor, something state law requires for jobs over $2,500. Barton also did not pull a permit on the job until it was almost finished, after the Smiths complained to the city of Lilburn about work not yet done and money they didn't think they owed. The permit is in the name of another company, someone who Barton calls his business associate. The Smiths say they never saw anyone else in their home. Even if he had pulled the permit at the beginning, the cabinet installation would not be part of the city's inspection.
After this, I'm not giving him nothing else, period.
Barton says he wants to do what's right for Ms. Smith. Meanwhile, she's hired a lawyer and got a friend to rehang the cabinet, making sure it's screwed into the stud rather than just the drywall. They've also reinforced all the others. Where are you keeping the peanut butter now?
Same cabinet, but
A lower shelf.
And a painful memory with every reach. In Lilburn, Randy Travis, Fox 5 News.